years of service, 2 years of impact. Honorable Professor Paul Sunday Nnamchi, Member House of Representatives, Enugu East, Isiguzo Federal Constituency. When the people of Enugu East and Isiguzo cast their vote in 2023, they did not merely elect a representative, they entrusted a vision. In just 2 years, Honorable Professor Paul Sunday Nnamchi has translated that vision into visible people-centered progress, proving that leadership is not about titles but about impact. Championing their needs in just 2 years with 52 bills sponsored and 20 impactful motions supported. Honorable Professor Nnamchi is pushing boundaries on policies that matters: education, healthcare, youth development, infrastructure, and good governance.
Urgent need to review the national health insurance schemes, medicine price, lead debate on a bill for an act to establish the gifted and talented.
My name is Honorable Professor Paul Sunday Nnamchi. I represent the people of Enugu East and issues of federal constituency of Enugu State in the Federal House of Representatives, Abuja. Over the last 2 years, ours hasn't been that of a quest for title. It has and remains the sacred mission to serve the people that have been forgotten with urgency, to listen to the needs, to the requests of my people, to carry their hopes, including employment, and also to make sure that we carry the youth along. And these are what we have been doing and remains what we will do. Because it is a sacred mission that I will bring social amenities to every corner that has been neglected for a long time. I want to carry their hopes with humility. I want to actually come to the house to make sure that their voice are very much heard. And also to make sure that their voice, the voice of a voiceless, are listened to. And also to make sure that whatever aspirations of my people are carried along with me, including those of them who have passed through a lot of difficulty as a result of non-representation.
Rural road restored, reconnecting forgotten communities, street lights lighting up towns once in darkness across both local governments, public school rebuilt, refurnished and revived, giving children a better learning environment. 6 classroom blocks constructed in 2 schools, expanding access to basic quality education. Free medical outreach is bringing hope to the vulnerable in both local government. Over 300 students empowered through bursaries and scholarships. 50 million naira ICT center built at Annunciation Secondary School in Kuwo.
Well, I would look back to a lot of things. First will be, because this is I will start with that of the core legislative duties, which is that of passage of bills and also making the voice heard, because that's our first core mandate before other infrastructural development. Right away, we've also pushed bills that will make sure that better the condition of the constituency, but also of the other people, because we also represent Nigeria through the constituency as a prison. One of the things we've done is that we've moved bill for schools to be cited in our constituency, because most times we find out we lack a lot of skills, because there's no schools in our place. There's no federal presence in my constituency as much. And that's what we're working for, to make sure that there is schools cited in the area. We push bills for even to remember those who need to be remembered by justice. Medical bills, to make sure that everybody's accidental victims are taken care of. This is just a month. But we also, I would say that looking as we've done well, but not, but it's still a mark on the road, because as for today, we have 52 bills in the National Assembly. Some has also passed. Some are also in the middle for waiting for assent, and some has passed also the House of Reps. Some are also in the Senate now for concurrence. So I would say in that note that we are not doing badly to make sure that our voices are heard. So also bills with emotions as well, for the to bring to the people, to bring to the fore the problems we have in my constituency, including insecurity, especially in issues of, it has been a very big and recurring problems that we have to let the world know that our people are suffering for this particular thing. And a lot of people are dying for this. We can't continue to live in that narrative. People cannot be refugees in their own place. These are part of the things we are putting up as a motion. We also put in some motions for dry potting at MN. We also put in motions to upgrade the airports to certain things. So for certain things that have not been going right in the airport, that in airport, Academy airports have been closed more often than it is open. So these are some of the things we are trying to rectify through pushing of motion or bills. We also brought to the people, to the people when people in my area, so especially at Ubo, suffered a fire incident and that destroyed a lot of properties. We also made this, and we also provided for them in that time of need. We also recommended for the states through motions and bills about our roads that need to be done, electricity that needs to be put in places where they haven't seen electricity. These are most of the things we've done in terms of the bills and motions. But also, we have also used the bill to giving access to the people that couldn't have gone to school in the terms of offering scholarship to people, building schools, and also doing roofs for people, and also providing school uniform, because I know that a lot of people who were actually looking taka dahaga because their parents couldn't afford it. These are some of the things we are doing. Ours is on the mantle to go and verify. We've also given people scholarship. Some of our scholarship students are in University of Calabar and studying in Caltech in Calabar. Some are studying at Ebonyi State University. And overall, we have over 200 people on scholarship, and we're poised to also continue. Above this, we also build schools one at Konike, one at a practical school at Emene. We're also engaged in other things like providing school activities, school tables, chairs in areas such as Egwamed in Hamufu and lots of other people. We're also providing infrastructure and secure light where there's no light. Most of these ones we did it almost we have done it now in every ward. So in Ikewunkwa, in Ituzo, in Imbu, in Hamufu, not forgetting also Egwamed as well. Also, we come to the other local government. We provided in Konsekulu, Abakpa 1, Abakpa 2. We've also provided in Atemene. We've also provided at Apwoga. We provided also in Amoji. We also provided at Agbo Edem area. We also provided in Sunrise Estate. We also provided in airport corners and many other places. Also, these areas, Ubodogo as well, there are many people who have done this because, and insecurity has started stemming down because of this in these areas. We also pray that the government will also assist in providing road in the areas where there's insecurity at the Hamufu, most especially in something like Egungbuji and some other places. We're also striving to provide transformers now at Tumbu and Odenibwik, Hamufu. These are areas we are looking towards to providing these avenues. We're also interest people to know that we've also provided medical outreach, free medical outreach to a lot of places. One, in the two local governments, we provided at Transekulu, we provided at Abakpa, we provided at Ikem, we provided at Hamufu, we provided at Ogadike, and we're still going to do more. Within the last 2 weeks, we also did one at Emene, and we're also planning to do more because a lot of people in my local government or in the two local governments we barely have things like tertiary health institutions, and these are affecting most of the well-being of the people. So that's why, and also most people are lacking in terms of employment. So this makes it difficult for people to provide for themselves, provide the necessary health care that they may actually want. Above all, we're also providing roads, infrastructure in the area that is needed. We're also providing these in terms of the health facilities. We're also making sure that the people that need eye care are taking good care of themselves in that aspect. So these are most of the things that we have come to do to serve the people, because ours is to work with the people and make sure that we do it better as we promised them during the work we're doing.
A leader who connects. Honorable Professor Nnamchi has served as a bridge linking federal resources to local needs, bringing solar light to the communities long held in darkness, facilitated boreholes where clean water was once a luxury, and attracted federal intervention to schools, roads, and health facilities, not just in urban centers but in the hearts of the rural communities, ensuring no one is left behind. Through skills acquisition programs, cooperatives, and job linkages, Honorable Professor Nnamchi have empowered the people, especially women and youth, to rise beyond survival and dream again.
Now, it will be interesting for you to know that hundreds of our youths have been trained in ICT and other digital skills. Why would we stand to do this? This aspect of, I believe in catching them young. Most of these youths have not seen computer before. We've provided computer for some of them. We've also trained them to handle computer, and also because this is a soft skill that people could actually use to give themselves job instead of waiting for the government white-collar job that are never there. Because everybody, this is a kind of empowering them to be entrepreneurs themselves and not just job seekers. They will also employ themselves, but they also employ other people. And who knows if we'll have the Steve Jobs or the Bill Gates of this world in these people. So that's why we're doing that. So make sure that they really engage themselves. And also, it will also help you. It will also be wise for you to know that all this will also stem insecurity. We'll say that idle man is a devil's is a tool for the devil. So these are some of the things we're doing to help the youths, apart from the scholarship for lots of them. Well, the challenge is that the resources are not enough to you to handle a lot of duties that are needed to be tackled. Plus, the elephant in the house is also that I came from the opposition. And most times it's difficult for you to get to that because the Nigerian political side or some of the democracy we practice is winner takes all. So it should be difficult for you to navigate when you are not aligned with the government at the center. And that's actually a big problem for the society, for my constituency, because ever since we won, there are certain things. As a professor, I'm supposed to be a chairman in the house. We are not much there as a professor. But when you look at it, I am not in the ruling, I'm not a member of the ruling party. So most of these things you need to also take it into consideration. That we're just doing the much we can. And by building bridges with people and also trying to make friends across the aisle without party, but also aligning with every other members of the National Assembly, the Speaker, the leadership, to be able to attract things to my constituents and also attract things, make things work. Anything as little as portion of bill, you also need alliances to move such things, and that's what we are striving to do. So when I come back next time, after the break, we'll also be moving with aggressiveness to make sure that we attract more things that we've attracted. Those things that are not available in my constituency, and I think by the grace of God, they should start being, they will be there based on my antecedents of aligning myself with people, being friendly to everybody, and also knowing fully, being focused on what I've come here to do, which is to make sure that our voice is being heard and that the less privileged are taken care of, and that every corner of the constituency will feel our impact.
With your continued trust, the journey doesn't stop there. Honorable Professor Nnamchi is committed to even greater strides in development, deeper representation, and lasting impact for Enugu East, Isi-Uzo, and for Nigeria.
I want to say that my heart is always full of gratefulness to